closer look at what was moving the market today. Julia Lee joins us from Bell Direct, and it was a strong share market performance today, wasn't it, Julia?
Friday, it was a good day on the Australian share market, and we finished near the highs of the day. The market up by 1.9%. It is following a very strong session on Wall Street overnight, where we saw the Dow gaining 203 points or 2.1%, and that was really supported by some good data coming out. We saw initial jobless claims last week dropping by 20,000, and we also saw productivity soar in the third quarter, up 9.5%, and that's the biggest jump we've seen in around about 6 years. So given that lead, it was a great day for the Australian share market. We gained almost 2% today. In fact, if we have a look around the market, there were many sectors gaining more than 2%, and that included the material sector, the industrial sector, the property sector, as well as the financial sector. So these areas really supporting the market. In company news, we saw ResMed having a good day after announcing a record quarterly performance. Its stock was up by 2.8%, and Toll Holdings announced an acquisition in the Middle East. So it had a good day as well, up by 3.1%. The market's now going to be looking towards the US market, where we see non-farm payroll numbers out in the US tonight. The consensus is for a loss of 175,000 jobs in the month of October. If the numbers are better than expected, that would be supportive for the market. If we have a look at trading for the week on the Australian share market, this is what it looked like. And you can see that we basically ended up where we started off the week. Before the week, down by 1.1% compared to the close last Friday. So altogether, a good day today, but down for the week.
Now, Link Energy shares, another company in focus, shares absolutely soaring on the back of that big coal deposit.
This is a company that's had a pretty volatile ride. Fortunately, that volatility was good news for the company today, with its shares jumping by 12.5%, making it one of the best performers on the market. Now, it does look like Link Energy is one step closer to its goal of being the first Australian company to see commercialisation in terms of a gas to liquids facility. Now, it said it's seen a coal find in South Australia, which could potentially house the whole project. Now, the Oraroo project could potentially supply 20,000 barrels of synthetic fuel per day to the South Australian market, as well as about 500 megawatts worth of electricity as well. Now, Link Energy is still in talks about selling some of its non-core assets in Queensland. It's also said that it has been approached by a number of parties that are interested in being a joint venture partner, but it sees no pressing need for a joint venture partner because it does have cash reserves. So Link Energy, if we have a look at the share price, this is its share price for the week, and you can see that we saw its shares soar today, up by 12.5 by the close, and that's just an error there on the close.
Now, the government too's awarded money to 4 renewable energy companies.
It does look like there's more money flowing into renewable energy companies. So we've seen $235 million awarded to 4 companies, and 3 of those are listed on the Australian share market. So we did see a good reaction by those shares today. The big winners were geothermal companies. We saw Geodynamics awarded $90 million, and that's to work on its Cooper Basin project, which will be its demonstration project. It's a 25 megawatt facility. Its stock was up by almost 10% on the back of that news. Another geothermal company is Petrotherm. It managed to win $62.8 million, and that's to develop its Paralana project. So that stock doing extremely well today, up by 20.6%. We also saw Leighton's Victoria Wave projects awarded $60.5 million, and that's to develop its project in Cooper Basin, actually in Portland off the coast of Victoria. So Leighton's doing well on the back of a Macquarie upgrade to its stock. Macquarie rating Leighton's has now performed, so Leighton's was up by 5.9%. Now, the fourth company is actually not listed on the Australian market, but that's Tasmanian Hydroelectric. It's been awarded $15.3 million to incorporate solar as well as wind energy and storage into a biodiesel generator. So it does look like this area of the market is going to be getting more funding and more attention, and pretty exciting for some of those geothermal companies today which jumped on the market.
Sure did. Julia, we do appreciate your analysis as always. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
You too. Thanks, Brady.